Well, good evening, all. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your metal market wrap up. And this wrap up is for another wild evening, actually, the end of a wild trading day. And this is Wednesday, and we're at the 7th of January, 2026, and the time right now about 7:20 p.m. Well, you're up a little bit tonight, and silver's up quite a bit, as you can see, up 92 cents, and the copper's up about 400 points, and the market is also taken off as platinum. So you get these wild swings during the day and crazy closes, and then you get the reversals, and this is what I've been talking about. One of the hardest thing in trading these metals right now is if you don't have big bucks, you've got to be just a day trader because you can come in and the market can be thousands of dollars against you if you're trading the full-size contracts. It's a lot different when you're trading the smaller ones, but still full of a lot of risk. In the stock market, today the market backed off a bit. If you saw my financial update last night, I said I think the markets are set for that. I wouldn't give you 2 cents one way or the other for the bonds or notes. I think the markets are just easing themselves into a play for whatever is going to be offered by the jobs report come Friday. Tomorrow we will get the Challenger Gray report, by the way, and jobless claims. So it will be a day where we see more action. The market is concerned that the jobs market is weakening. But if we could, let's take a look for just a moment here at the reports coming out tomorrow. I said Challenger Gray, so I didn't put it on this, but they'll be out tomorrow. The October trade balance at 7:30. Your jobless numbers, they're looking for an increase of 11,000. And remember, the continuing claims were 1,866,000. The October wholesale, and the word is October wholesale inventories and sales data. That's at 9, but it's so old now, I don't know that it matters. Natural gas storage report, well, that'll come out at 9:30. And what's this current round of weather done to that? That'll be the interesting part. We're now getting, as you know, much warmer weather in different parts of the country, so it's less demand for it. Friday's job report expectation is for 70 to 73,000 jobs, up from 64,000 in November, and for the unemployment rate to actually drop to 4.5% from the 4.6%. That doesn't sound too weak to me. In terms of market action, well, the gold is not at a new contract high. It corrected last week. I think you can see that down here, and now you're coming back up a little bit. When we look, though, and break it down on the daily chart, so far the market has not been able to get over this high. And if you'll recall, when we broke down here, I said, even when I expected this rally to ensue, I said, I don't know. Is the market trying to make a short-term top here? And I still question that. I say that because the swing line, which connects the prior day's higher and low to the action I teach in my charting course, which, by the way, is on sale 40% off for the next 48 hours, and then Friday it's gone. Lower highs, higher lows, okay, no trend. A trend would be like this, when you're making higher lows, higher highs, and until you break through there. And then when it goes, it starts again, and you get the trend setting up one way or the other. This is what I call no trend temporarily. The support's evident. It's the 18-day average of closes for the time being at 412.60. And the resistance, and I've shown you this each night, is the Bollinger Band, which is now going sideways at 457.70. Obviously, I'd rethink what I'm saying to you if the market got over 45.84, especially on a close. So we'll see what happens there. As we look at the slow stochastics, momentum, which had been pointing down, have come up, and now they're going sideways again. The gold-silver ratio is still strongly favoring the silver. Yes, you get bounces along the way, but the pattern has been you get bounces and then the market keeps making a lower low, which means you need less ounces of silver to get an ounce of gold. In the silver, the market is still in a pattern, number one, of overbought, but the strength of the market is the higher lows, higher highs. And as I told you when we got over these Bollinger Bands, a true bull market stays close to the band but doesn't stay over it. In the copper market, overbought, giving a little correction. As I said, I did a big write-up on copper the other night and explained what's going on in copper and why the tightness in the U.S. markets and others, as we're hoarding copper because No one knows what the Trump tariffs will be in June, if they'll even be tariffs, but could be 25% on copper. So people are buying it and putting it away. In the April platinum, as you can see, the market's back and forth. I like when this shows 80, not there. Let's see if I can get that to come in. There we go, right there. All right. So we have a market that's gotten away from being overbought. It's got a pattern here, and I just created this one for you, 1950, 220, but to 1927.40. A lower low, and it could be lower highs. I'm waiting to see how tomorrow's going to shape up. In the dollar index, the dollar cleared, not today, but yesterday, the 200-day average. You can see that, the 100 and the 18. So the next resistance, if it kept going, would be up here, and now you're overbought. Do I think we're going anywhere? Not yet. Just not yet. I think it's the first rally of the year. The market had broken down pretty hard in December, as you could see here, got down to 97.42. So it's rallied back 100 points, but I'm not convinced the fundamentals are in place to support the dollar to much higher prices. So that's how I'm approaching the market. I want to remind one and all that the sale that we're having, which is typically the most discount that we offer for the whole year at the beginning of January, it's 40% off any of the different packages of my research. Remember, in the futures video, we cover 40 charts. I give specific buy here, sell there. Here's a stop. Here's a profit objective. Update them throughout the whole week, and as the trade is open, we follow the trade from beginning to end. You can have it in the 3-month version. You can go to the 1-year versions of everything we have. That's the best deal that you're going to get. And the 40% off also applies to all the courses. So if you're interested in learning another way of looking at the markets, iraepstein.com. You can move your cursor up through here. It'll light up with the icon, or over here, it's on YouTube. With that, I'm Ira Epstein. Hope you look at the other videos. I'll catch up with you first thing in the morning as well. Take care.